everybody. The new normal. The new normal in Southern California, at least for right now. Cool mask though, huh? My buddies, the Raddies, the car club, and my buddy Rusty that's in the car club sent me over a mask. Really nice of them. Big shout out to those guys, you know. And they've been out doing cruises and hanging out and doing things around Southern California to just cheer up people. They just actually did one for World War II vet that I think was 105. It was on the news. It was a crap load of cars. Actually, another buddy's club also did that tour. Pretty cool stuff going on in SoCal. You know, we are stay safe, stay home. So yeah, good times. But new video. Gotta get rid of the mask. New video, but still not car shows. But we're gonna talk about car shows today in another way. So let me bring something up for you. Hold on. Okay. So you see it? Oh, I guess it's facing me. It's not facing you. Hold on. Okay, so now you can see it. You can see where I find most of my car shows. This is where I started. This is SoCal Car Culture, a great website to find car shows in Southern California. Now, as you can see, most of them right now, of course, are postponed and so on and canceled and whatever. But in general, as a place to find information, it is a fantastic place to find information for car shows in Southern California. It is my go-to. It is my go-to place to find there. Now, I have done 9 events this year since the beginning of the year. So January until now, 9 events. 9 events. The last event was, of course, February 22nd, which you saw in another video. If you watch my videos, watch my videos. But yeah, so February 22nd was my last show. By this time of year, I've done 30 events at a minimum, typically, right around that, right around 30. I do about 100 events a year, typically cruise nights and car shows and whatever else is going on that's automotive and old car coolness. But yeah, so getting back to what we were talking about, SoCal Car Culture was my beginning and introduction to just the amount of events. And most people that live in Southern California know about it. If you don't, well, now you do. Hopefully in other parts of the country there are sources like SoCal Car Culture. It is by far one of the best I have found. That's why I use it all the time. It's on my website. I recommend it to everybody. If you're in the Southern California area, it is by far the resource for car shows and cruise nights going on. Now, that's not my only place, of course. I mean, so I've been doing the Daily Driver Project since 2013, and as we've gone on, of course, then there are other sources that appeared. You know, that's why I started going to more and more shows. When I started out, I did not go to 100 events a year or close to 100, depending on what the year was like. But now, now you have other sources too, though, you can check out. So you can look at Facebook. You can look at, there's Instagram. Instagram is another great source. Those two, as an example, are great sources for finding automotive events in Southern California. And of course, you can't forget just simple word of mouth. You go to a show, you're talking to your friends that are car owners or other people at the show, and they'll mention another event, or there's this event going on that weekend or going on during the day, or you find videos like this where people talk about what events are coming up or follow websites and so on. Because there's, I put some of the events that I'm personally going to on Daily Driver Project, but again, that source is coming right out of SoCal Car Culture. But there are some that aren't on there that I've gotten through friends telling me about it, or sometimes it's even like I'm taking a picture of the car or video of the car, and as I walk by, what happens is other shows are getting promoted by people putting flyers inside the cars that are there. So a lot of times if you look in the driver's side or passenger side sometimes, but mainly the driver's side window, you will see automotive flyers for the next show, or you'll see somebody walking around and you can ask them for a flyer. But a lot of times I'll just grab, I'll see one that interests me that happens to be on the top, because sometimes there's a big pile, and just grab a quick picture of it with my phone or with my camera, so I at least know about that event. I may not know about that event, and sometimes that's actually how I found new ones. Like there's been a few events that I've gone to that are now kind of my staple of events that I go to that I found out about by seeing them in somebody's car, not even doing that. But again, I mean, there are so many wonderful sources, on the internet and then through word of mouth that you can find to get to car shows. And I know people ask me that all the time. You know, I do get asked that. I mean, well, I get asked, how do you do so many shows? They think I'm cloned. Again, I've been trying to clone myself and it's not working. I've been trying, it's not working. So, you know, and you figure maybe with the technology we have today that, you know, I could get robots to go and shoot pictures, but it's just not the same because they don't have that creative energy bouncing around in their head. I don't know what this motion is, but anyways, so, but yeah, I mean, and the thing right now, of course, is SoCal car culture is actually a good one to see what shows are going on, because right now, as we know, because of the things that are going on in the world, and especially here in Southern California, most, if not all, events are canceled. Now, the shows that are later on in the year that are like August, September, most of the showrunners and show owners of those events are posting that they, as of right now, are still going to have them. They're being told that from where they're booked at, whatever fairgrounds or parking lot, mall, whatever it happens to be where they're having it, they're being told that as of right now, it looks like they're going to have them, but we're probably going to lose potential events all the way into June. So we are first of May. We're in the beginning of May. So all the way through June. So August, it looks like that may be where we get stuff. And I've been hearing that potentially middle of this month, we might start to see some events start to trickle through as things get back to normal, where people are going out and doing things. But there are car events going, well, there are, what are they? They're calling them, I've seen quarantine cruises. I've seen safe distance cruises. There's just a few names that people are just coining so they can get out in their cars and drive around. I'm going to try to make it out to a couple of them. Hopefully I can share those with you as things go along. So we'll see what's happening. Things are still in flux and things are happening. But again, I wanted to talk about a cool source, at least my go-to of SoCal car culture. And, you know, again, also make sure you check Facebook, Instagram, talk to your friends that are other car people, because they may hear of something that you don't. And it may be a cool event. Maybe it's something they've been to and they're like, man, I don't know why you haven't been to this yet. I actually get that all the time. They're like, hey, why haven't you been to this? Look at all these pictures I took last year. And I'm like, oh my God, why haven't I been there? Hence why I've go to events. That's actually how I found out about the Big Bear Fun Run, or Dr. George is an example. Dr. George, I heard about it through somebody else, then saw it on SoCal Car Culture, then saw a couple photos, and I was like, it's 2 hours away. I don't care. I'm going. And that's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites every year. Big Bear Fun Run is another one. The Corn Feed Run is another one. Aces Hot Rod. I mean, there's so many. You know, there's always the big show. You know, you hear about the big shows. You hear about the Grand National Roadster Show, LA Roadster Show, the Good Guys Pleasanton, which is up north, Good Guys Del Mar, which I try to go to every year. A lot of the bigger events, of course, because they're everywhere. So you hear about it through everybody. It's like, you know, if you're not going to the Grand National Roadster Show and you live in Southern California and you're an old car person, it's kind of weird that you're not going. I mean, it's, you know, it'd be weird that you don't go. It's one of those ones you go to. But there's plenty of cool small ones that you may miss that could even be potentially for free if you don't feel, you know, you just want to take your car out. Sometimes you just want to take the car out and go to an event. That's the fun thing about the cruise nights and stuff. And like a lot of the, a lot of those type of things are like a cruise in. Sometimes they're called a cruise in and not a cruise night. So because they're during the weekend or the day. But there's little events at like hamburger places and restaurants. Like there's the Friday night at Ruby's, which should have actually been, so I'm filming this on Saturday the 2nd, and yesterday the May 1st would have been the day that they would have normally started Ruby's in Whittier, my hometown. It's 10-minute, because I hit lights, it's 10 minutes for me to get there. It's pretty cool to go see old cars, and I don't have to go far. You know, and it's kind of on the way home when I'm coming home from work if it was a normal Friday night. But it's not a normal Friday night lately. I'm kind of here working, not there working. So, but again, so, you know, check out the internet. If you're not in Southern California, check out the internet. Search for your local car shows. There are a lot of them going on. I actually have a friend in Vegas right now that he has seen a bunch. There's car shows, car events, still car gatherings still going on. So, and I'm sure they're happening in other parts of the country. So just, check out the internet, do that fabulous Google search, look up your local car shows, see what fun you can have in this wonderful automotive world that we all revolve around in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully there'll be a car show one soon. We'll either see you in the next car show video or the next video. It'll be the next video. Either way, it'll be the next video. I don't know what I'm saying. We'll see you in the next video. See ya.